Welcome back to another episode of We Are in the Nexus of Bloodburn, and we are going to talk to Angar because of his anger.
Tahar, ready to discuss the next steps?
Kind of. How did Lacane become so powerful?
There's just one thing I still can't wrap my head around. How did Lacane become so powerful? How could he rally so many people behind him?
The big question, isn't it? In the end, I think it boils down to the fact that he poured salt into the wounds the Mage Wars had left in Northander. You see, it's not hard to rally people behind you if they are desperate enough. He just gave them a simple answer to a complex question. And the people believed him. Though I don't consider him a pragmatist, he really believes in what he says, that Aeonia will return once mankind has repented, which worries me even more. There's nothing more dangerous than fanaticism, fueled by magical power. Your father is the best example.
Okay, now I want to talk about Sentenza.
I want to talk about Sentenza. His death.
Well, what is there to say? As I heard the story, he didn't leave you much choice.
So you're not angry?
For you defending your life? No. I never understood why he was so obsessed with hunting you down to begin with.
But he was acting on your orders.
Well, yes, strictly spoken, he was. You were a traitor. Or at least, that's what we thought back then. That witch hunt in Iskander, the battle at the Eye, that was his choice.
Interesting, but why?
Why? Why did he want me dead so badly?
Well, I can only guess. But to me, it seemed as if he felt as if you had, I don't know, betrayed him. He always spoke highly of you. Did you know that? At times, it almost felt as if he considered you his own kin.
I thought so.
I thought so.
You see, Tahar, in the end, both he and I are men born from war. Seeing people die at your command, hearing the widows and the orphans cry as a result of your choices, it changes you. You need to find a way to deal with it, and Sentenza did so by shutting off his emotions entirely. Or, at least, to the outside. But in the end, he always did what he thought was best for Northander. He saw the Harbinger's true face, even before he revealed it. And I brushed it off as his usual distrust towards anyone, which was, as you know, a fatal mistake. And who knows, maybe if I had listened, it would never have come to this.
Without the Harbinger, I'd be dead.
That's true. But this discussion isn't leading us anywhere, Tahar.
Interesting. How did you find out about Mulandir and why did you join us?
You didn't tell me yet. How exactly did you get here? Weren't you in Greyfell when the Harbinger took over?
No, I wasn't. Otherwise, I wouldn't be standing here. But we were on our way back the night it happened. As you can imagine, it was a hard choice to make. But eventually, I left my pride behind and realized attacking Greykeep with the little division I was traveling with would have been suicide.
So you fled?
We retreated. The rest is simple. We went to Iskander because we had heard the rumors about your army. There, we met one of your scouts, and then the elven woman, Iria of Finon Mir.
Oh, she decided to let you in?
Correct. You know the rest. Your people were a bit distrustful at first, and I don't blame them. After all, they'd been fighting the Royal Army not too long ago. But eventually, they realized that we were on the same side.
Interesting. I hope we are.
For what it's worth, I'm glad to have the Lord Marshal of the Royal Army in our ranks.
Well, right now, I doubt if I still deserve to bear that title. Half of the Royal Army is gone, and I'm to blame. But I appreciate the sentiment.
Alright, let's discuss what comes next.
Alright, let's discuss what comes next. I'll go get the others.
Good.
Good. Now that you're all here, I'd like to plan how we proceed. As...
Tahar, I think you should allow yourself some more rest. You were in a coma for more than a month, and we still don't know what that melding actually did to you.
It gave me more abilities.
Isn't
and
it
you
obvious? It made him more powerful.
Yeah, but where does that power come from? What effect does it have on the human body or the psyche? We don't know.
I'm
I'm
alright.
all right, Iskrim. Just trust me.
Fine. Then go on.
Thank you. So, our objective is clear. We need to defeat the purity of light and save my mother. Angar, am I right to assume that Lacane made Greykeep his new base of operations?
Correct. It's the center of his power, which is both good and bad. It's bad because Greyfell was built to withstand any kind of ambush.
And why is it good?
Because it also means if we succeed and reconquer Greyfell, we'll cut off the snake's head. Once we kill Lacane, the purity will fall. However, there's no point in fooling ourselves. That battle for Greyfell will be bloody, and if we want to have even the slightest chance of winning, we need to join the remaining houses.
Ultran, Hallet, and Wulfgar.
Yes. If we put this army together with theirs, we might stand a chance. Also, you should see if you can strengthen the alliances you already have, Tahar. I have a plan regarding that, so we can talk further once this meeting has been concluded.
So do I.
All right. So where do we start?
It's up to you. But before we can even think about arranging a conclave between the houses, we need to break that spell the Harbinger put on my sister Myra. Iskra, any ideas?
Actually, it should be simple. We need to find the one controlling her, take the rune, and, well, destroy it in the forge.
And who is controlling her? What if it's the Harbinger himself?
I doubt it. The manipulator has to be physically close to his subject, so it'll most likely be someone in Lady Myra's army. But your rune will react to another rune's presence, so once that person is near, you'll feel it.
Good. Then I have a plan.
Oh.
The Harbinger has taken up position in Iskander, between the Utran and the Evelight border. You know that place, Tahar. It's where your father started his rebellion, and where Sentenza almost captured you.
Again.
The Loyalist camp. So what's your plan?
I hate that area so much.
We strike in full force and take the castle. He'll be forced to initiate a counterattack, and my sister's armies, the Utran army, will be the closest ones at hand.
A bait.
Yes, we hold the castle against the main army, whereas you, Tahar, and a small troop get behind enemy lines. You find the rune carrier and strike from the shadows. Obviously, you'll have to act quick. We can't hold against the entire Utran army forever.
What if it doesn't work?
What if killing
Just
the rune
saying.
carrier won't break the mind control?
We'll just have to hope that doesn't happen.
All right. So we take over the castle, wait for the Utran armies to cross the border, sneak behind our lines, and eliminate the rune carrier. And once Lady Myra is freed, we will try to gain the support of House Hallett and House Wulfgar.
Yes, though we'll need to take care of something else before that. But let's discuss this when the time comes.
Agreed. One more thing. This will be dangerous, and our original mission has been completed. In other words, if any of you are thinking of leaving, now is the time. Well, then we best get prepared now. I'll tell you when we head out.
Understood. Tahar, I'd also like to talk with you if you have a moment.
Oh. How many more people want to talk? It's very interesting.
Corporal Tahar. A word, if you will?
Who are you?
Private Miller, Corporal. I'm from the Royal Army and came here with the Lord Marshal. We've captured someone who we suspect belongs to the Purity. He was seen in the deserted village outside this city, and he looks suspicious. He claims to be a simple courier sent to deliver a message to you, but we didn't want to take any risks. He's outside, near the entrance to the caves.
I see. Thank you, soldier. Dismissed.
Corporal?
Interesting. Okay, so we can talk to Angar and Gore. Yeah, for both improvements to the Wayfarers and the Fire Wielders, respectively. Who else do we have? Talk with Yana about how to reinforce the Morhir troops. And this one is about the elves. Advance the messenger, interrogate the messenger. Alright. So it looks as if we're going to interrogate the messenger first. And then we are going to do... Yeah, let's go backwards. Let's start with Gore, then we do the Morhir upgrade, and then we're going to enhance the Wayfarers in that order. Alright, is there anything else I could do in here? I don't think so. There's not. There are 3 other locations. What's this? Gather an army capable of defeating the Purity of Light. Yeah. Travel to the Loyalist camp. Okay. Not gonna happen there. Is it? Jesus. That is a large way in order to... Long way in order to get out of the Nexus. Ay. Dum diddy dum diddy dum diddy dum diddy dum. There we go. So somewhere on the world map might be it. They said that's somewhere close to the entrance. It might either be in Northander, or it is the entrance, the real entrance to the cave itself. So in front of the illusory wall or something. Messenger. Oh, in Northander. All right. So now it's not that far away. Like this one has to be connected to that one down here.
Got it.
Yeah, there's Yana again. And that is then the messenger, is it? Right. Let's have a little talk with the guy.
Oh, great. Another one. How often do you want me to tell you? I'm not a spy, and I'm not with Purity.
Wait, you're their leader, aren't you? Corporal Tahar.
Indeed.
Yes.
Well, then maybe you can tell these fools to let me go. Blazes, I knew it was stupid to take that job.
Okay. I can tell a spy when I see one. So what are you?
So, who are you? And what were you doing in Farland's Hope?
As I told this bloody brute who captured me, I'm just a courier, and someone paid me to deliver a message to a Corporal Tahar. I had no idea it was the Corporal Tahar, and had I known, I would have told that guy who gave me the job to sod off.
Okay, and who hired you then?
Who was it?
Well, he was wearing a hood, so he obviously didn't want to be recognized, but he had a brown beard, was about your height, and had, I don't know how to put it, a certain sadness in his eyes.
Interesting. So it could be, I want to say Bernard, but no, he's not Bernard. He's, but this other dude.
But he didn't look dangerous and paid good coin, so I took it.
Can I see this message?
Oh, finally, someone who asks. Yes, it's in my coat pocket, and no, there's no poison in there to kill you.
Let me see. A meeting in Evelight. From a friend.
A friend, you see? Can I go now?
Yeah. Alright, cut his ties. Now go.
Yes. Go.
Thank you, Corporal. Thank you. Now, don't get me wrong, but I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Do you think your guards will let me through?
They will. Stay safe.
I'll try.
How is it that everybody's just waltzing in Northander?
Understood.
That is so weird. It might be because he has the amulet, and yeah, that might be it. With the amulet and the Shaper presence, he can just open the portal willy-nilly. And that's just it. So. Okay. Something about Evelight. Wait a minute. Travel to the Loyalist camp? No. The Loyalist camp is something completely different. Brave New World is gather an army capable of da-da-da-da. Okay, this is the upgrades. Windwall? Nope. It's just the artifacts. The secret messenger in Evelight. There we go. The olive branch. Sounds like an interesting quest to do right now, before we continue with any main mission thingies. Yeah. Let's go for the olive branch and see what happens. That sounds interesting. Okay. Wait, M does not do that. Yes, I'm gonna leave Northander. Alrighty. The eye is not that important. But why? Swords for gold. Iskrim's plan work by joining your mind to the collective yada yada. Frontolaken was right. Bloodburn, attempt to unravel the mystery. No. Then there's the Iskander Wilds again, impregnable thingy. The olive branch. What does the eye have to do with all of that? Wait a minute. Swords for gold. Hire the mercenaries for 5,000 gold. Oh! That's why it's still there. I could still hire them if I wanted to, but I actually didn't need to. Alright, let's go to Evelight. I need... what kind of people would be really good to have in a town? I mean, Iana might be pretty good. Uram would also be a pretty decent choice, but what about Angar would be really good if I have to manage an army because of his aura and stuff. So I'm gonna go for... yeah, I'm gonna go for Iana.
Fair enough. Let's do this.
Iana. Yuria.
It will
Iana.
be bloody.
And... why don't I just go for Undergast? That would be an interesting choice. Yeah, let's go for Undergast.
I will do as I must.
So, now there's only one thing I have to manage here, and it is his abilities. Just real quick. Undergast, everybody has their abilities everywhere. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So, Undergast, about your abilities. You can just cast willy-nilly, whatever. But I want to give him at least some decent weaponry. Maybe some magical stuff, that is. Well, magical stuff's always the same, is it? Yeah. That's the only one that does a little bit more damage, but it has no AoE capabilities. Alright, what about the aura? This one has slightly higher focus regeneration. Okay, that would be good. I don't... yeah, he doesn't need that much focus regeneration now. What he actually needs is just some survival stats. Something in the 20s, actually. So, let's give him the red robe for him. No, I want him to have something that fits more. Yeah, fits more with the headpiece. So actually I can maybe give him another headpiece or so. Like 10 focus, no. But the Undergast headscarf is something that gives him more defense to begin with. That's kind of sweet. Like melee resistance and stuff. There's no other thingy that does that. Okay. So, let's see. Maybe with enough healing in here for Undergast and Yuria, I can have Iana stay alive for a little bit longer. Let's see if that works or not. Otherwise, I'm kind of screwed. So, yeah, let's try that. Oh, shite.
Of the few refugees who make it to Evelight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with.
Oh, bollocks, I forgot the rings.
The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime.
I forgot the rings. Alright. So, I have the rings, she does not have the rings. So what kind of ring would be nice on her? Bonus HP? Maybe. I have only one bonus HP ring in here, sadly. Let's give her maybe anti-frost, just in case. So, Iana is okay. What about him? He also needs some consumables that are useful. Bleeding, silence, encasing in ice. Oh. Let's give him some corpse walkers and a decent-ish bloody ring. Jesus. The good rings on the other characters. That is so annoying. And a nice amulet. Need to give him a decent kind of amulet. Now, which amulet would that be? A fire one would increase his damage a little bit more, but for some reason I don't have fire right now. That's just great. Why is it that the fire, like I have thousands of those... This one does black damage all of it. Why does that one not do black damage? Or that one? Come on. Okay, what kind of bonus damage source would be okay for him? Like ice damage? Wait a minute. I can give him ice damage. And instead of this ambient stuff thingy, I can give him some fiery thing like this one here. Now he has all the damage he may need. And the only thing that he would need in addition to that is some resistances to maybe some fire and again against some ice. Because I believe these to be... Maybe just health, who knows. But yeah, anyway, I believe these two damage types to be the standard damage types. So that's why I'm going for higher resistances on these two. Find the secret messenger. Alright, somewhere over there.
Huh, interesting.
So, where are you, secret messenger? Oh, wait a minute. There's this woman, right? Nope, still can't interact with her. Hey, and I knew it. Bertrand. But not Bernard, Bertrand, but something with a burr.
Bertrand, what? Did you send the message?
Well, otherwise I wouldn't be here, would I? And no, this isn't an ambush. The Harbinger doesn't know I'm here, and if he found out, well, it would get unpleasant. Look, Tahar, I don't know where to begin. I'm so sorry for what Lacane did. Taking your mother, trying to kill you? It's horrible.
Yeah, did you know?
Did you know?
Ah, come on, it's all about the blame game.
No, I didn't. He always spoke very highly of you, even though you were a mage. I don't think anyone within the Purity knew the bigger picture. But now that I do, it makes sense. He needs the power of the Shaper Woman to open the gate. I just don't understand why he would try to kill you. By guiding the Harbinger to the Shaper Woman and ending the Bloodburn, you serve the All-Father just as he foresaw it.
He also foresaw himself killing me.
Well, he also foresaw himself killing me. Then why are you here? Have you broken ties with the Purity?
What? No, of course not. I'm here because I'm worried about you. I know what you are planning to do, taking back Greyfell. You can't win this, Tahar, and all you will achieve is cause even more suffering. Aeonir will return. It's a divine plan, and it is the Purity's responsibility to see it through. The longer you struggle, the more bloodshed you will cause.
Now it's about me. Okay, we will cause.
We will cause? We aren't the ones hunting down mages, conquering cities, and forcing our faith down other people's throats.
Blazes, Tahar! Do you really think this is easy for me? I know we were forced to do some things you might have trouble understanding, but it is for the greater good.
Yeah. If your reasoning is something entirely different from your own person, then you're probably on the wrong path. But yeah. Like, putting forth, like, another reason just to push your own agenda for whatever purpose, really, it's not really the right thing to do. Because nowadays, what people tend to do is say, like, oh, think about the children. And then they push the children forward, which is just some kind of exchange for the greater good thing. You can just, it is for the children. You can say the same thing. Doesn't make it better. As long as you are not interested in making it better for your own person, then it's problematic to begin with. This is also why the whole making the planet better in terms of like climate change and whatever does not really concern the people that much.
As the Harbinger once said, this world, it's like an ulcer, a cancerous growth. The only way to change it is by cutting off the ulcer, and that is always painful. So yes, I know there are people who might consider us evil, but that's because they don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the beauty that lies ahead if only we cleanse this world and open the gates.
If only.
In 100 years from now, we will be remembered as pioneers, as heroes, whereas you will be the ones who stood in the way of change, only because you refused to see the truth.
Well, I will see the truth eventually, but not now. Okay, you're completely deluded, yes, but in this case, this is like against his belief, delusion thingy, but he believes it, but we just don't act upon it. That's just it. Like two different stances, and no one wants to give in because there's no reason to. Okay, but where's your proof?
You don't even have proof, for heck's sake. All you have is some madman's prophecies of some vague fantasy world, and yet you use it to justify the murder of thousands.
It's not a fantasy! Damn it, Tahar! If you would have seen what I have, you would fall down on your knees and ask the All-Father for forgiveness for what you just said. But it's always like that. The key to a peaceful world was always in our hand, yet we don't use it, simply because we refuse to see.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there is no solution. The Harbinger attacked Mullendir, and his intent is to hunt down every single mage on Io. We have no choice.
You do. You could run.
And this solves the situation how?
What?
I said you could run. You and your friends. Disband your army, go into hiding, conceal your magic until it is all over and the All-Father has returned. The waves will calm. I just know it. Then you will see that we were right, and no one else needs to die.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up.
Apart from the ones who refuse to give up, or who are unlucky enough to be hunted down by your Lightbringers.
They could do the same, and if only they had a hint of reason, they would. Only a fool tries to fight the troll with a sword made of wood.
What would the Harbinger do if I told him about your offer?
What would the Harbinger do if I told him of this meeting?
Well, actually, he wouldn't do anything. Because he's not going behind his back, to be honest.
You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't stab someone in the back who tried to help you.
Well, you're not really trying to help, really. You're trying to force the agenda on me the same way that Kane is doing it. You're just using words instead of violence. Yes, look at... Okay, now we have those two options that I told, right? So, the purity is a threat to all of Io, like the reason being not yourself, and this one is the mother thingy, right? We would actually be like, at the beginning it wasn't all about the mother. This is just the reason right now. But for now, do we really care about the purity that much? Nah. Let's go for that one.
I can't, Bertrand. I want this as little as you do, but Kane still has my mother. I need to save her.
Well, I had a feeling you would say that. Then it seems the only way to settle this is more bloodshed. I never imagined it would ever come to that, you know? And I hope it hadn't.
Interesting. So, let's have a little level up here, shall we? Also, well, I could buy some things in the market also, but most of it doesn't really make that much sense. There are some grey dots in here, but I don't believe them to trigger some additional quests or whatever. Like, yeah, these are just the annoyed citizens being annoyed still. But there's nothing new that got triggered, right? This old guy. But no. Nothing there. Nothing at all. Alright. So, let's go back to Mullendir, because there we can... upgrade all of the characters immediately. And don't need to do any in-betweeny stuff there. So, let's do some little upgrades in Mullendir. And I can also get some rings back. Oh, sweet. Okay. So, now. Abilities and attributes. Perfect. So, Tahar needs what was the thing that I wanted him to have? Constitution is a good thing, but yeah, Constitution for the perseverance, strength, and willpower. How am I gonna do that now? But yeah, I need to give him Constitution so that he can have another slightly better robe, something like this one here. That would be great. I don't want him to die all the time. That's just the thing. And yeah, the requirements just go up and up and up and up and up. Oh, I could. Ooh, I can give him the impervious protector thingy. Oh, that is amazing. With all of the focus points that he has right now, I don't think that the plus 0.1 regeneration to focus does matter that much. I mean, it is nice and all, but in the end, if you want to cast, you have high enough stats anyway. And the rope itself just becomes a hindrance. Sadly. I would really like to see some better rope material in here, but you only get to choose melee armor in this case. So, oh wait a minute, also willpower can be increased at least once more. Whatever. Let's go for Constitution. And now we at least get ourselves some nice armor. The Impervious Protector with the cleansing. Ah, that's perfect. No one else really uses it, and it might be the perfect one for Tahar at the moment, because it doesn't have as high resistances, like armor and whatnot. So that would be pretty decent. Oh, neat. But we may also need some other hoodie in here that goes with it. Spell cooldowns are reduced by 20%. There we go. The other one was not spell cooldowns. Yeah, but the cost. Actually, that is quite a nice fit. Neat. Quite a nice fit. Thank goodness I got the spell helmet for this one. I don't have another spell helmet. Right? Yeah. There doesn't seem to be another spell helmet version in here. Like it's a superior nasal helmet. I'm looking for nasal thingies. Maybe this is the term you need to search for. What about this one? It's a nasal helmet, but this one is out of combat regeneration. Nah. Yeah, pretty decent defenses right now. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Alrighty, now back to the whole abilities. What am I gonna go for? What is it that I wanted to level up? Is it the void? Like the white arrow would be kind of cool. The Call of the Forsaken would also be kind of cool. Everything would kind of be cool. And enemies attacking you are weakened. Yeah, sure. Part of your health? No. Having better. Ellen's gift. Yeah, that would be a good one. A third level on some of those skills would be great. Yeah, maybe I'm just gonna go for this one here instead. What's the difference? There's like 1 and 2. Oh, no. Focus regeneration and health regeneration. There we go. So respite changes that much. And the difference between stage 2 and stage 3 is just the amount of people getting affected by it. Interesting. Whereas this one changes the amount of people first. Right, this one changes the amount of people first, and the third stage adds additional effects on it. Whereas this one gets the additional effect first, and then gets another people. And this one is again more people, and then you get the additional siege damage at stage number 3. So somehow respite or respite, whatever it's called, works differently than all of the other abilities. Really strange. Also, I could just take the totem in here. Put it out there, do some nice preparations, and everything's fine. Get a little bit more oomph to it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay, let's go for health regeneration. Alright. So, now we got this one done. Let's go for Urea. Urea. What's the thing that I want her to do? I want her to be a good healer. What's the difference here? The spell is increased by 20. The cooldowns are reduced. Ability costs 20% less. Spell power is increased. Okay, so spell power gets increased. Let's do that. I want her to not die that often. That would be great. Therefore, a 5-ish kind of armor would be good on her. Also, yeah, she's using bows anyway. There doesn't seem to be any other bows that are in the red. Everything can be picked. She already has a decent bow anyway. What I want to see is just a good bow that has higher attack speed or something like that. Oh, maybe like that. Nah, this is slower attack speed. Just has more DPS because of some higher flat damage or whatnot. So, let's increase her... Actually, I could just increase her willpower in order to make the healing spells a bit more potent. So let's go for Constitution and give her what? That's interesting. The Enchanted Chainmail of Physical Protection. So there are some that also give bonus magical protection. 20, 20, 20 physical and 10 on the magical. Whereas it's just a little bit more physical on this one. That's interesting. That's the main difference here. That's kind of cheat if you think about it. At least it doubles the resistances compared to this one. Okay, kind of doubles it. So let's take that one. Don't care about the magical resistances, so she might be okay. He's all in orange now. Nice. So what about Iskrim? Iskrim can't wear anything, so the only thing he can really do is get the abilities buffed up. So what is he gonna get? Yeah. Maybe a better shield bash, like this ability is pretty sweet. Let's put this on him. Then what else is he gonna do? Can he use other weapons? Like Constitution, there's no other armor that I can give him. There's just the strength weapon that he may be able to use. If there is a one-handed one that needs 8 strength in order to be used. But there is no such thing, is there? Two-handed, everything in here. Two-handed, two-handed, yeah. Then we've got 200 still. 200, 200, no, 200, two-handed, two-handed still. Dexterity is needed for this one though. But no, I don't think that he can get another weapon that is better than the one that he has at the moment. And also the Shield of Benediction is just so absolutely great. Alright, let's just increase his normal-ish kind of damage. That should be okay. So next one, of course, Undergast. What am I gonna do with you? I don't want you to die as well, so it would be okay for you to have additional Constitution. You don't go for all of the other stuff in here, so that's okay. Let's just give him this. That would be okay. Yeah, just everything got better on him. Nice. Alrighty, so Undergast is almost fully improved. Now what else? Heal, cleanse, larger area. What else we got? More regeneration. That's a really nice ability here. Okay, let's increase the cool or decrease the cooldown of the heal ability. So this guy is gonna go for better healing first. Then I'm gonna give him... What? This one scales with dexterity, so... There's no other armor that he can carry, right? Like, there's nothing bad. There are also Constitution is maxed out anyway, so there's no point in that. So, what about him? Like, the problem with him is that he can never really use the abilities because of some stupid focus regeneration problem. That's the main issue that I have with this guy. When it comes to weapons and everything, he seems to be pretty much okay. I could put 1 additional point in strength in order to access an additional weapon. But none of them would be good enough. Yeah, none of them would really be good enough to... To take the place of the Winter Sword. I just don't have anything that's comparable to it. Oh, wait, except for this one, maybe. The Snake Devourer. Or the Lacerating Sword. All of them are strength, strength, strength. Nothing is dexterity. That's a bit iffy. Anyway, let's just keep the sword. And make it better with additional dexterity. Yeah. Oh. That's not that much difference in damage. Not that much difference in damage. And he's supposed to be the healer, and I don't want him to have, like, no focus or anything. So... and also I want him to have more potent healing spells, so going for willpower would be a better solution. That's just the thing. Yeah, and then I just went... Going willpower or going dexterity? I just want him as a tank, to be honest, so... Yeah, let's give him more intelligence, so he can at least cast more often. In combat, that's much more important. So, let's see. Yeah, what about you? What are the abilities that I really care about? I don't know. Yeah, against knockdown enemies. Do we have an ability that knocks down enemies? I don't know. Deals massive damage to a building. Ooh. Why don't I just think of that? Cooldowns are improved. Okay, so how could I improve her? There's a decent amount of constitution. There's no need to get anything else in here. Maybe a little bit more health would be okay. Make it even tankier. But alright. Oh, dexterity. What about the difference there? 71. Yeah, let's just give her more damage. Why not? So, now we gave her damage. And what about the abilities that could scale with it? Bonus dual wielding. This is just additional damage against knockdown enemies. I mean, it's nice, but not really necessary. Most of the abilities I use on her are from the specific tree, so it doesn't really matter. It would be much better to increase the damage of all auto attacks by so and so many points. Now what about him? Yeah, I wanted to give him the this earthquake spell. Nice. Severely damage all buildings. Caught within it. Large target area. So can you actually hit multiple buildings? If they are close by, then maybe, but I don't think that's too often. Don't think that's too often the case. So, what's he scaling with? Strength? Strength. So, his whole thingy is strength. Strength, 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 strength. When it comes to regeneration, I might think that he's okay. This one even needs more strength, but yeah, let's go for apply. Good. Oh, two-handed things need 2 additional targets. Yeah. Oh, yes. So this one is bleed, 2 additional targets. What else we got? Chance to apply bleed, chance to apply bleed. Both of these, one has fire, the other one has black damage. Doesn't really improve anything, does it? Or oh. Okay. This one is faster, and this one is also faster. So I should select both of them. Oh, look at the DPS. The flaming axe is faster and the base damage is higher. That's weird. Oh, that is actually really weird. Like, why is it that the weapons that are already on the character are so much better? Yeah. Doesn't do that much. Okay, wait. Where's the... I need to find that weapon again. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Yeah, I need high base damage, and because of its speed and everything, it just seems to be the much better solution. Unbelievable. Okay, so Gore is done. What about Uram? Constitution is maxed out. He's going for dexterity. Most of the dexterity weapons need... no. Not most of the dexterity weapons, like none of them. That one would be great. Okay, dexterity 5. Why don't I give him... it's two-handed. That's why. Two-handed, 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 two-handed. Two-handed still. Two-handed. I'm looking for a one-handed thing. One-handed. Nope. No. Is there no one-handed weapon that would kind of have decent enough attack speed? Okay, wait a minute. So he has leech and everything. Does he have some kind of passive attack speed boost or something like that? I don't think so. He has a dagger with crit chances and everything. But if you really think about it, you don't need crit chance if you can just deal double the damage. Right? Like, this is an illusion. Attacking twice as often with slightly higher crit chance, you would be better off just having twice the amount of damage, which is basically a crit. And then you have the additional crit chance on top of that. So dexterity weapons might not really be the thing to go for here. Except for maybe this these spears in here. But yeah, I need dexterity scalers in here. That means, and dexterity spears, look at this. This spear is one-handed, scales with dexterity, right? Everything else is strength, 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 and dexterity again with another winter sword. We don't care about that. But yeah, the spear, then we have the infectious suffering, is also a spear. Or looks like one, but it goes for strength for some reason. Ugh. So strange. So strange. Alright, let's just give him the blackened spear. Bam, more damage. And then there's also the hunter's spear on the offhand. Now his damage is significantly increased, I would say. Wait a minute. The offhand doesn't seem to change that much. Look at that. Oh, okay, because the flat damage is not that different. Okay, anyway, what's this one? 0.37 in 16. 0.37 still the same. It's always the slowest weapon. But the crit chance is getting averaged out. The crit chance is getting averaged out. So if I go for the winter sword on top of that, it's a decent amount of damage. Perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. Boy. Okay, this way around is better. Interesting. Alright, so Uram is pretty much done now, except for his points. Where am I gonna spend that? 25% to do pure damage. Yeah, that's cool. So, what about that one? Lash out, inflicting pure damage and applying bleed impaired. Okay, let's just improve this skill here. I use it a bit more often, so that's okay. Now, do we have other weapons? Like, I could... He's using health anyway to cast things, right? So I can just give him more dexterity, make the damage higher. Bam! So, what about Angar? What am I gonna do with you? You're the only two-handed weapon user. I want you to have a decent amount of strength. He's sadly not using his focus points to cast any spells. That's why he has auras on him. What about this one? Deal massive damage to a building. To all buildings in a straight line in front of you. Wow. That race thingy is just so overpowered. Unbelievable. I should have just forgot about that and placed the skill somewhere else. What about the third one? 3 close targets. Nah. And what about that? Temporarily apply stun and hit multiple enemies with every auto attack. Okay, for 15 seconds. And it can be cast fairly quickly. That's a nice bit about it. It's like bam, multi-hits. Onslaught. Yeah, let's give him Onslaught, why not? So, then his abilities, Spellbook. Angar down there. So Cleave is the normal one. Then this one will be Onslaught. Neat. And then what else? Strength, dexterity. Everything scales with strength on him, so we should go for strength, right? Dexterity has as a passive crit chance enhancement, whereas this one increases block chance. So strength is the more defensive version. Wow, 1 additional point. In the end you get 10 points in block chance. Plus the 5th one from the weapon, so you end up with 15%. I don't really know if it's worth it or not, but this dude definitely has tons of damage. So I could go with Uram and Angar. Damn it, 700 health. How on earth? And this dude has 16 health a second as regeneration. 1 a second, 1 a second, 8 a second, 16 a second. Where do they get that much per second? Oh, it's 10 per second when out of combat, but still, where's the 6 per second coming from? That is absolutely horrendous. And this dude has 8 a second, and he doesn't even 5 a second. Okay, so 3 is normal. Yeah, and this is 2. So it's usually 1 plus 2 makes 3. And then the bonus 5 from the armor. No. From what? From the helmet. There we go. Oh, this might be because of Uram, right? Yeah. So he has 5 and 10 makes 15. Plus the normal 1 per second. But the out of combat regeneration is just so absurd. Absolutely high. Absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. Alright. So... What is it that I wanted to do? I wanted to talk to Gore first, in order to get the orcs upgraded. And then I'm gonna end with the humans. So, and because, like, this episode was just a little bit of talk with, not Bernard, Bertrand, and a little bit of upgrades, right? A little bit. It's not a little bit of upgrades, it's just... Where do I get my regeneration from? The helmet gives me 5, means I have an additional 6 regeneration somewhere. Where do I get the 6 regeneration from? So there is an additional 5 regeneration somewhere in here. And I don't know where. Somewhere in here, there is a... Okay, wait a minute. This is 5 HP a second. Nothing. Every 5 no, this is not it. Ah, there we go. This amulet in here. Out of combat regeneration. Also focus regeneration. Jesus. You can, I think, stack an awful amount of health regeneration. Maybe there's a ring with health regeneration at some point. But that's just so absurd. You have like an armor with health regeneration, an amulet with health regeneration, a helmet with health regeneration. And then you fight them and then bam, you're full health again. But yeah, as long as you don't die, that means you need as much health as you can get, maximum health, so that it gets you through the fight. As soon as you need to heal once, it doesn't work anymore. It's just some kind of sustain between combats in order to not drain your focus for unnecessary healing or something like that. Anyhow, as I said, we're going to talk with Gore in order to continue with orcs, and we're going to do this in the next one. So until then, like and subscribe, of course. Ta-ta!